Hello, my unstoppable friends. We are going to talk about our habit number 5 from the 7 Habits for Happy Kids book. And the habit number 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. So basically saying listen before you talk. And I think sometimes we forget to listen because we want people to make sure we hear our voices and hear what we have to say. But it's really important to stop and listen sometimes before we speak. I know that I'm just as guilty of doing that and not listening and not waiting, and have been trying to be more conscientious about that and making sure that I listen before I speak. So we're going to read the book or the story called Jumper and the Lost Butterfly Net. Jumper is a rabbit in the 7 Habits book. Jumper and the Lost Butterfly Net. One day Jumper stopped by Goob's. "Want to play frisbee?" he asked. "No thanks," said Goob. "I'm too sad because I lost my butterfly net." "But it's a sunny day," said Jumper. We could go play at Fish Eye Lake." "I don't feel like it," said Goob. "Please," said Jumper. "It would be so much fun. Come on, let's go." He started bouncing in circles around Goob. "No," said Goob. "You're talking too much and you're moving too much and you never listen. You go ahead and have fun without me." "Okay," said Jumper. "Catch you later." Jumper ran off. He jogged by Tagalong Allie's house. She was sitting in her sandbox. "Wah, wah," cried Allie. "What's wrong?" called Jumper. Me sweeter backwoods." "Huh?" said Jumper. "You want to get wet? Okay, let's go swimming." Allie shook her head. "Wah, wah," she cried. "Me sweater backwoods." "Oh, I get it," said Jumper. "Woods, you want to go play in the woods." Allie kicked her legs against the sand. "Wah, wah, me sweater backwoods." "I give up," said Jumper. "Let's see if Lily Skunk can figure out what's wrong." Jumper picked up Allie and carried her to Lily's house. He rang the doorbell. Lily came to the door. "Hi, Jumper. Hi, Allie. What's up?" "Wah, wah," cried Allie. Lily looked at her. "What's the matter?" she asked. "Me sweater backwoods." "Oh, dear," said Lily. "Your sweater's on backwards? You poor thing." Lily pulled off Allie's sweater, turned it around, and put it back on her. "How'd you figure that out?" said Jumper. "You have to listen with your heart and your eyes, not just your ears," said Lily. "Didn't you see that her sweater was on backwards?" "No," said Jumper. "That passed right by me." He was quiet for a moment. "I gotta go see Goob." Jumper ran off. "Wait for me," yelled Allie. They found Goob hunched over on a log in front of his house. I can now see you're really sad," said Jumper. "What's wrong?" "I already told you," said Goob. "I lost my butterfly net. It's only my favorite thing in the whole wide world." "Well, come on, let's go look for it," said Jumper. "I've been looking for it," said Goob. "It's gone, lost, forever." Allie tugged at Jumper's shorts. "Willy's twee," she said. "Huh?" said Jumper. "Come again?" He leaned over and looked Allie right in the eyes. "Butterfly net by Willy's twee," Allie repeated. "Willy's tree?" said Jumper. "Oh, I get it. Lily's tree. Goob's butterfly net is at the great oak tree by Lily's house. Is that it?" "Yes," said Allie. "Good girl," said Jumper. "Let's go find it." They all ran back to Lily's house. The butterfly net was leaning against the great oak tree in front of her house. "My butterfly net!" yelled Goob. He ran over and grabbed it. "Now I remember. I was chasing butterflies here yesterday. How'd you figure out what Allie was saying, Jumper?" You have to listen with your eyes and heart, not just your ears, said Jumper. Said Goob. Want to play in my sandbox? Said Allie. Goob leaned over and looked at Allie. Say what? Asked Goob. Want to play in my sandbox, said Allie. I think I get what you're saying now, said Goob. You want us to play in your sandbox. Is that right? Allie gave a big, wide smile. Come on, Jumper, said Goob. Let's all go. Okay. So in school, we're taught how to read, write, and speak, but we're not always taught how to listen, which is the most important communication skill of all. Listening with our ears isn't good enough because less than 10% of communication is contained in the words we use. The rest comes from the way our body language tells you and the tone and feeling reflected in our voice. What a blessing it would be if we could teach each other how to listen and teach our students when they're young. We're using the story to point out that Jumper learned to listen not only by using his ears, but also with using his eyes and his heart. And when he did this, the result was that everybody was happier. So here's some discussion questions for you. Number 1, what did Jumper do when Goob told him he was sad and didn't want to play? Number 2, how did Allie feel when Jumper couldn't understand her? How do you feel when no one understands you? Number 3, who helped Allie solve her problem? And what did Lily Skunk say to Jumper about listening? 4, who was happy at the end of the story? Why is listening so important? So here are some baby steps or things that you can do. 1, try to go 1 whole hour without talking even once. Instead, just watch the people around you and listen to what they are saying. Good luck. Number 2, think of someone in your life who you think is a good listener. Your grandma, your dad, your best friend. And what do they do that makes them a good listener? So what does a good listener look like, or what do they do that makes them a good listener? Number 3, the next time one of your friends is sad, notice her eyes or the way he holds his body. Tell them you know they are sad and that you want to help. And when you tell somebody you know how they're feeling, that's called empathy. Empathy is understanding how other people feel. So when they are sad or they are angry, or even when they're happy or excited, you understand when somebody feels that way. Okay, well, have fun with the story, and I hope you learned a lot about listening before you talk and a little bit about empathy. Have a great day.